Hi everyone, this is Dhruv Bhutani from FoneArena.com and we're bringing you a comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and the HTC One. The Galaxy Note 3 was launched quite recently at the end of September, while the HTC One has been available since June. The Note 3 is the successor of the popular Note 2, while the HTC One is HTC's flagship that has solid build quality. Both the devices are quite powerful and handy. Let's check out how they perform against each other. The Galaxy Note 3 and the HTC One are very different in terms of design. HTC has given an aluminium casing to the premium device. Samsung on the other hand has improved its all-plastic build with a fake leather material on the back that makes it look quite classy. In terms of dimensions, the Galaxy Note 3 is taller and wider than the One, but then it is quite thinner as well. As far as weight is concerned, the Note 3 weighs 25 grams more than the HTC One. The positioning of keys is different on both the phones. On the right side we have just the power lock key on the Note 3, and on the HTC One we have a volume rocker. On the bottom we have a micro USB port, a loudspeaker, S Pen compartment and a microphone on the Note 3, whereas on the HTC One things are less crowded with just a micro USB port and a microphone. The volume rocker is present on the left side on the Note 3, while there is a micro SIM card slot here on the HTC One. The keys are made of plastic but offer nice feedback on the Note 3, while on the HTC One the keys too are made of aluminium, but they do not offer sufficient feedback and can be tough to use at times. On the top we have the secondary microphone, the IR blaster and the 3.5mm audio jack on the Note 3, while there is just the power lock key and the 3.5mm audio jack on the HTC One. On the top above the display we have the earpiece at the center and the ambient and proximity sensors. The 2-megapixel front-facing camera is at the right side of the earpiece in the Note 3, while things are very different on the HTC One. The One is one of the first phones to come with dual stereo speakers on the front, and above the display we have a speaker which hides the earpiece. On the left side of the big speaker grill we have the proximity and the ambient sensors, while the front-facing camera is on the right side of it. Below the display we have the usual Samsung arrangement with a physical home button at the center and capacitive touch keys on either side on the Note 3. While there is another big speaker grill on the HTC One. Above the grill and just below the display we have an HTC logo at the center and there are capacitive keys on either side of it for navigation. Moving over to the back, the Note 3 has an excellent fake leather finish that gives it a great texture and prevents it from getting scratches and fingerprints, while the HTC One has a solid metal back that is quite strong and sturdy. The back of the HTC One is nicely curved and sits on the hand quite well. There is a 13-megapixel camera with an LED flash on the Note 3, while the HTC One has a very different 4-megapixel ultra-pixel camera with optical image stabilization. The Note 3 comes with a removable back cover, while the HTC One is a sealed unit. Opening the back cover, we see that a micro SIM card slot is present. This is not hot swappable, and a hot swappable micro SD card slot is also available. These two slots are stacked upon each other. Overall, in terms of build quality and design, it's a tough choice. The textured leather back of the Note 3 gives it an advantage over the One, but the HTC One's relatively compact size and build quality, which is easily one of the best out there, gives it an edge. Both the phones are sturdy despite being made of different materials. The display on the Galaxy Note 3 is a 5.7-inch Full HD Super AMOLED unit, and it has a pixel density of 386 pixels per inch. While the HTC One on the other hand has a 4.7-inch SLCD3 Full HD display with a pixel density of 469 pixels per inch. Both the displays are very bright, although the Note 3 was slightly ahead in terms of brightness. In terms of contrast, the Note 3 was slightly better because of its Super AMOLED panel. But in other aspects like color saturation and viewing angles, the HTC One proved to be better. Images were considerably sharper on the One because of the higher pixel density. We also felt that the images were very oversaturated on the Note 3. Moving on to performance, the Galaxy Note 3 is powered by a 1.9 GHz octa-core Exynos 5420 system on chip. It has 3GB of RAM and a Mali T628 MP6 GPU. While the HTC One is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 system on chip, which is clocked at 1.7 GHz. It has 2GB of RAM and an Adreno 320 GPU. The Galaxy Note 3 is available in 16, 32 and 64GB variants, while the One is available in only 32 and 64GB variants. We have the 32GB variant with us. Out of the 32GB, both the devices have around 24GB of free storage. The Note 3 has a microSD card slot which is not available on the HTC One. Out of the 3GB of RAM on the Galaxy Note 3, 2.6GB is usable and 1.6GB is free when the device is idle. While on the One, out of 2GB of RAM, 1.5GB is usable and just about 1GB is free when the device is idle. In terms of day-to-day performance, both the phones are very snappy, and there's hardly a moment when you will notice a difference between the two. In benchmarks, because of the higher clock speed and the faster processor, the Note 3 definitely outpaces the HTC One. The cameras on the two devices are very different. The Note 3 comes with a 13 megapixel camera, while the One makes do with a 4 megapixel ultra pixel camera. Both the phones are capable of recording 1080p videos from the rear camera and the front camera as well. Only the Note 3 can record 1080p videos at 60 frames per second. The HTC One's camera, however, comes with optical image stabilization. In terms of the camera interface, both the phones are very different. The Galaxy Note 3 has a camera app similar to the one on the S4 and the S4 Zoom. And it comes with a variety of shooting modes like surround shot, golf mode, HDR, panorama, best face, best photo, sports mode, eraser mode, animated photo, drama mode, and sound and shot mode. On the One, however, there are not so many shooting options available, but it does include the HDR, panorama, and night modes. Overall, in terms of camera performance and usability, the one on the Note 3 seems to be much better because of the higher quality images and videos that we observed. The Galaxy Note 3 runs on Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, and it has the TouchWiz interface layer on top of it. This is packed with Samsung features like Smart Stay, Smart Rotation, S-Beam, Multi-Windows, Air View, Pop-out videos, Air Gesture, Smart Scroll, Smart Pause, and Reading mode that optimizes the screen for reading. And this is available when certain applications like Google Books are opened. The main distinguishing feature of the Note 3 is its S Pen stylus that lets you perform a lot of creative functions. It's a great tool for note taking, and the Note 3 also features a new S Note application. There is also an action command option that pops up and allows the user to access basic S Pen functionalities with a click of the button on the S Pen. This includes Air Command, Action Memo, Pen Window, Scrapbooker. The HTC One is dwarfed by the amount of software features that Samsung offers. The HTC One does have a few tricks up its sleeve, which includes Blink Feed, Zoe, and video highlights. We found that gaming was good on both the phones. Almost all the games ran smoothly on both the devices, but newer games ran much smoother on the Note 3. Since the Note 3 has a bigger display and a newer processor, it had a slight advantage over the HTC One. In terms of battery life and connectivity, the Galaxy Note 3 has a 3200 mAh battery, while the HTC One has a 2300 mAh. And in terms of battery life, we found that predictably the Galaxy Note 3 outperformed the HTC One. Connectivity options includes Wi-Fi 802.11b, G, N and AC, Bluetooth, 3G, NFC, DLNA, Wi-Fi Direct, and micro USB with MHL connectivity. Priced at Rs 49,990, the Galaxy Note 3 includes a bigger display, which has better contrast levels and might prove to be slightly oversaturated for users. The HTC One, on the other hand, is priced at Rs 46,300, and it brings with it a well-rounded body made of aluminium with excellent build quality, a beautiful display, and a very good and compelling software feature set. If you enjoyed our video, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.